Greetings, everyone, and thank you for joining us for the operator meeting today. My name is Hannah Hickam, and I'll be your host. We don't really have an agenda. I'll just see if Chris has any quick announcements, and then we'll get started on the Q&A. Chris, are there any announcements? You're muted, dude. Oh, I see. Okay, Jane, are there any announcements? Oh, yes, I'm sorry. I didn't unmute you. Just kidding. Let's see. All right, sorry about that, Chris. You're co-hosted now.
No problem. Thanks, Hannah. Good morning, everyone. I do not have any real announcements, except that just a reminder, today is the deadline for the first group operators with 50 or more wells in the state for their Form 3s. And so I think Jane and I were just planning to answer any questions people may have. Hopefully, most people now have started drafting Form 3s and working within the electronic form.
Great,
So
thanks, Chris.
we'll just pause, and if you have questions, please put them in the chat.
Yeah.
And Jane, I don't know, do you have any announcements you'd like to make?
No, just you covered it. Just happy to answer questions.
Great. The first question is timeline for approval of plan, question mark.
Do you want to answer that, Jane, or would you like me to?
Go ahead.
Okay, so the timeline for the approval plan is our staff will be reviewing the plans, and that will be happening in the coming weeks. And so it's going to not be instantaneous, but we once we work out our review process fully, we will start approving the plans. After a plan is approved, again, by rule, there's 90 days before you will have to submit a Form 3A for any increased bonding amounts. So the timeline is as soon as you're submitted, again, we'll review them, but it's going to be probably a few weeks here as we start this process.
And additionally, if your financial assurance plan requires a hearing, of course, the approval of the Form 3 will not happen until the hearing takes place, and then the Form 3 will be approved after that. So there's the whole time frame of the hearing process. If you have questions about that, you should direct them to the hearings group.
Great, thanks, Chris. Thanks, Jane. The next question is, when will we be able to release our existing bonds?
So the Form 3A will be the form that you use to essentially reconcile between existing bonds and new bonds. You know, certainly you can maintain your existing bonds and then add, you know, submit additional financial assurance to bring your totals up to whatever the new rules require. If you are not doing that, if you're actually replacing your current financial assurance with new surety bonds, it's the same as it's always been. With a bond replacement, an existing bond is not released until a new bond is provided. There can't be a gap. So the Form 3A will be used to provide new financial assurance and to request release of existing financial assurance. I expect this process to take months for everyone to get reconciled and meet the new requirements. So it's going to be a process.
Thanks, Jane. And then I think we've answered the next one, so I'll just read them in case there's some nuance that I just don't understand. Once Form 3 is submitted, what is the time frame for hearing back from the commission? And so the director will approve Form 3, and then we will have 90 days to post the bond. Okay, and then the next question is Form 3A available?
No, we're still developing the Form 3A. Hopefully we'll be giving you some updates on that soon. But we've been focused on getting the Form 3 correct. And so now we'll turn our focus to the Form 3A.
Great, thank you, Jane. I'll just give folks a few more minutes to type those questions in.
A note on the Form 3A, it will be highly automated, just as the Form 3 is.
Great, thanks, Jane. I'll go ahead and advance those slides since we're waiting to see if anyone else has any questions. Here's the next few dates for the meetings. We may end up adding the weekly meetings back in November and December, but we haven't done that quite yet. So we'll let you know as soon as that change occurs, if it does. And then if you need to be added to the operator email list, please email me at that email address right there. And I can put you on the operator email list to receive notifications for these meetings, as well as other notices to operators. And then if you have questions and concerns, you can email Jane directly at her email right there, and she'll get back to you with the answer. I guess I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up because I don't see any other questions. Thanks everyone for coming today. We really appreciate it. Hope you have a great day. And if you have any questions, email Jane.
Yeah, thanks again. And again, Jane and myself will try to be standing by to get back to you promptly with regards to questions on the Form 3 today and during the week.
Perfect. Hope everyone has a great rest of their week. Take care.
Thanks, Deanna.